Hello, I'm James and this is the Easter Egg Hunter, where in this instalment we are digging up another batch of secret messages, a variety of surprising and perhaps shocking discoveries that lurk not only deep within the code, but also that loiter throughout the worlds of video games. It was back in 1994 when Westwood Studios developed Disney's The Lion King for the console market, a colourful, friendly, innocent looking adventure unlike The Lion King 5 bootleg. And is a game you typically would not expect to contain a mini rant. Well, thankfully it never made it into the final version, but in a very early Super Nintendo build, version 0.21 to be exact, which was dumped on the internet in 2015, happens to contain it. And to see it, you can even look at the ROM with a hexadecimal program. Or just by simply visiting the sound test option, where not only will you find sound effects listed including roar, growl, scream, beetle and hyena 1 that can't actually be activated, but also this small passage lurking just below. Rob is a royal pain in the butt and Kevin is choosing Rob's side, which means no more rides. During Chapter 12 named Worlds Collide in Half-Life Opposing Force, the 22-year-old Adrian Shepard will have to take on a ginormous gene worm, deep underground, beneath the Black Mesa and old industrial area, where the beast is trying to pass through a huge portal. After sending the beast to hell, the teleportation portal spreads outwards, surprising Adrian and enveloping him. When he comes to, he finds himself aboard a military aircraft, a V-22 Osprey, and confronted by the mysterious being, G-Man. At this point, if you bring up the console commands and enter the following two codes, the camera will suddenly shift outside of the Osprey, where you can now take a look at the skybox and read this message. Which is actually a play on a song by Adam Sandler, known as The Beating of a High School Janitor, with similar lines reading, "Mop, mop, mop all day long, mop, mop, mop while I sing this song." But of course, the mop was replaced with the word hack to mock the player who of course just hacked the game in order to see it. Here's a video game I've never played before until now, as this is Enterprise, a space simulation title created by Atari for the Atari ST and released in 1989. A game I really have no idea what I am doing except sailing through space while aliens try to attack me. Anyway, I'm not really sure what else to say about it, so here's one of the designers to tell you what he thinks instead, as by listening to the warning.d.dat file you will hear this. Yes, exactly, complete gibberish, but by reversing it, you will receive this.
Enterprise is rubbish. Enterprise is rubbish.
On the 11th of December 2008, the 3D social gaming platform PlayStation Home started on the PlayStation 3. A social interactive world that would be home to some 41 million members before its demise on the 31st of March 2015. It allowed you to create a custom avatar, interact with other users, play mini-games and customise your very own apartment that looked across an attractive harbour setting. Though if you picked up a sofa, you could actually utilise it to create a glitch, allowing you to travel outside the confines of your own home and scour the harbour, where at the end and just as the inlet meets the ocean, there are some steps leading to a sign that reads, "You really shouldn't be able to read this," and very much in the style of those classic GTA messages. I would just like to say a huge thank you and shout out to the YouTube channel PSN Friends, who were very kind in providing this footage, and you can find their channel link in the description. Not only does SNK's Iron Tank The Invasion of Normandy from 1988 contain an explosive setting, as you command Paul, who wields a mighty fighting juggernaut, on a mission to break through the front lines and ever advance forward to take down soldiers, tanks, cannons, landmines and dodging bombs dropping out of the sky in an all-action title. But hidden within the game's code is also a rather explosive message left by the programmer KNT, and can be found at the following address in the game's ROM. This is the programmer KNT. Those idiots at Nintendo are f***ing assholes. Die! Go bankrupt! I hate the Famicom. That idiot Mr. T, he f***ing killed it. From the usual large cities and destinations we typically conquer in Assassin's Creed, Black Flag took us to the Caribbean, the 18th century, a battle between the British, the Spanish and pirates in an all-out war on the open seas, a swashbuckling title to say the least, and something I really enjoyed. It also contained its fair share of Easter eggs to be discovered. But it was not long after the game's release that Darby McDevitt, narrative director and lead writer for Black Flag, posted on Twitter in regards to an ultra hidden Easter egg containing a message from John from IT, and said to tweet him when you found it. And it was not long before hackers found his secret buried not within the game but within the audio files instead, and this is what John had to say.
Hey, you clever little hacker, you found me. Well, congratulations. I suppose you expect some sort of reward now, huh? Some sort of validation for having more free time than the rest of us. And now it's only a matter of time before you post this somewhere on the internet for all your little followers to hear, and you'll sit back and revel in their faint, slobbering praise while enjoying your 15 megabytes of fame, and then... What exactly? Huh? Nothing. Nothing at all. Because your life hasn't changed, and you're still a disgusting human. And you're gonna die. Eventually. And on your deathbed, you'll remember this message and think to yourself, by God, John was right. I should have been an astronaut. And you know what? You'll be right. You should have been an astronaut. For there's nothing worth seeing or saving down here. But out there, oh, so much possibility. Oh well. I hope it's painless.